Well, I think the key thing that we're missing today that we had before were people who were saying, what is it going to be like in 20, 30 years? And that spirit is gone. California has sort of become a crotchety old man, you know.
California's water crisis is the disaster everybody saw coming, but nobody had the power to stop. It's the byproduct of a broken political culture, the doing of self-serving elites and misguided ideologues. So says Joel Kotkin, a distinguished professor at Chapman University and an expert on the Golden State.
So basically, we just haven't prepared for the inevitable. It's almost like, you know, having a kid and deciding that you're going to stop buying clothes after they turn 8. California is a creation of engineering. I mean, it's a state with very fertile soil and huge topographical differences, but that means that you're very vulnerable to something happening at like not enough snow in the Sierra to really hurt most of the state. So you have to continue to invest in the engineering side. And I think the business community in California did not push for that. And the Greens, frankly, for them, the less water, the better.
Between the years of 1999 and 2007, roughly 185 dams were removed in the Golden State. With each dam that is torn down, California's water storage goes down and the cost of energy goes up. Environmentalists further exacerbated the water crisis in an effort to protect a type of tiny fish called the Delta smelt that's on the endangered species list. Agricultural pumps on the Sacramento River Delta were sucking up and killing the Delta smelt, so environmentalists successfully fought to turn off the pumps. The result is that water that was being used to irrigate crops is instead flowing straight to the ocean.
You know, you can shut down suburbia, you can shut down big agriculture, and you can limit population growth in the state, which is exactly what most Greens probably would like to see.
Kotkin says another cause of the current crisis is that politicians distorted water market prices for farmers.
The farmers have got to, you know, pay something closer to a market rate on their on water. I mean, there's no point in our growing alfalfa and sending it to China. We might as well sort of send all our water to China while we're at it. And a very big misconception is that there's nothing you can do about it, and there's lots of things we can do about it. Well, I mean, certainly there may be some areas that we could develop still in the Sierra. There's a lot of snow, it's just we don't get all of it, and maybe there's some you could do there. Certainly you could have more storage, and you can obviously do desalinization. You know, the Pacific Ocean is not going to run out of water for a while.
Desalinization is a process in which large machines take water from the ocean and remove the salt, making the water usable for agriculture and drinkable by people. But again, many environmentalists oppose desalinization because they say sea life will get caught up in the pumps, and that overall the process will be detrimental to the ocean's ecosystem.
I agree with, you know, ideas of, you know, probably we shouldn't have big lawns if we can, you know, we have a small amount of grass and you plant desert plants as I did in this house. I mean, there are lots of things that you can do that will help.
Kotkin says that if the state can't fix its water problems, many industries will have to leave the Golden State, destroying opportunities for poorer Californians and exacerbating a growing class divide.
Huge populations of the state east of the coast that are among the poorest populations in the country. Well, I think what we may see is basically that interior California becomes like upstate New York, another Appalachia.